Okay, hey everybody. Hope you're having a good start to your week. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen here. Yep, we're good. I had a request, so we're going to do something a little bit special today. I had a request from someone here. Well, I've had some funny responses lately, like Cubic to the moon, on some of the videos that I've done about Cubic, and yeah, I appreciate these comments. Amazing video. Appreciate that, Matthias, or I hope I'm saying that right. And then this is the one that I was thinking of. So Mohammed was asking here. Yeah, he was thanking me for the alpha and saying that, can you explain how to go through the process of finding or identifying profitable traders? And sure, definitely, we'll go through that right now. That's what this video is going to be all about. Here's somebody else that Real Stan said he got a 2x on Sturdy already, so he's probably even happier now. It's gone up even more. So yeah, we've been sharing some free stuff, and we got some music going here. We will just stay positive in all this, even though Bitcoin's down a bit. We know that it will go back up eventually, and we're going to keep finding smart money plays. And just real briefly, I want to mention that we do have a Discord where that's all we do is smart money research. We have plays nearly every day when Bitcoin is bullish. And there's alert channels here that you can find your own plays. We've got like 16 different smart money wallets that are curated, and it's just we have a fun time in there. We make money, and we're just building a good community. That's what it's all about. So I will put this in the description below. If you want to be a part of the Discord, you can come join us. I think we got about 60 people now. It is limited to 100 people for now, so the link will be below if you want to check it out. And the only other business I want to take care of before we get started is I was given discount codes by Nansen. They gave me discount codes to be able to give to you. So if you want to sign up for Nansen, all you'd have to do is go to app.nansen.ai. Maybe you like what you see in this video or in one of the videos in the past, and you want to do research for yourself, then I'll show you how to do that here. But if you want us to do the research for you and you don't have time, then you would join our Discord. So if we were to sign up here, first of all, make sure, this is very important, to be able to use this discount code, you have to either have a new account or you have to have an Nansen account that has never signed up for one of the subscriptions. So that's the two stipulations there. And so if you were to go in here to sign up for Pioneer, here's how you do it. You would do the yearly. That's the only way you get the discount. And then once you got all your information here filled out, you would hit this little apply promo code thing, and you would type in bike for sale Pioneer, which is the name of the subscription, and then hit apply. And it's taking forever for some reason. There it goes. Okay, so now you got your 10% discount. It's going to cost you about $1,000. You'll pay. Ends up being about 100. Well, no, it ends up being a lot less than 100 a month. I don't know what it would be if my math is right. Yeah, so you're almost getting like a month or two for free by doing it this way. There is one other option, and I know not a lot of people are going to want to do this, but if you did want to sign up for the professional, which is like 10 times more, you would get access to Nansen's Discord Alpha. It's called Alpha, but not everybody needs to do this. I mean, you would have to have a lot of money to be able to do something like this, but you would type in bike for sale, professional, and then hit apply, and you get 10% off on that as well. It would save you about $1,200. So you're probably not going to get this professional plan, most likely. There's very few people that would. You're probably going to want the Pioneer if you want to do your own research. All right, so let me log in here. Give me 1 second. Okay, now we're logged in. And what we will do is I'm going to take you through Twitter real quick, just some updates. We'll talk about Bitcoin real quick. I am going to do the usual timestamp. At the bottom of the video, you can jump around to the different subjects that you want to listen about. And but just real quick, let's talk about this, and then we'll go into Bitcoin. This just kind of explains how we add things to the Discord as we get more members. It's kind of unique. We actually use some of the membership money to purchase new alpha for members. So we're trying to build a community there. I spend a lot of my own money to add alpha as well. So this is the Bitcoin update that I did this morning, and I'll talk about it here in a second. And then this is a play that I called. I do a lot of free plays on Twitter as well. A play that I called on March 12th that I found through Smart Money. It was doing an inverted head and shoulders. So, TA does matter as well. We apply that, and now it's done a 4X. And then we also talked about the early to mid-March dip that was probably going to happen, and it ended up happening. I'm not going to be right every time. I have no ego. I hope it doesn't come across that way. I try to get rid of all ego. So I just want to help people. That's the main thing. And yeah, it does cost money to get in our Discord, but I put a lot of time into it as well. But I did talk about this dip possibly coming. It's here, and we're going to talk about what it might look like to find the next dip. Try to use some of that money that we saved, where we were taking profits on our short-term plays. I'm keeping all my long-term plays, by the way. I haven't sold any of those. Like Cubic, I haven't sold any of it. But what we would do is we keep money on the side, and then when these dips happen, and maybe it's just 10 to 30% of your portfolio, that's fine, in USDC or USDT, and then you can apply that and make a whole lot more money on any dips. I do want to call out a couple people real quick, and they are Master, which he does a great job of telling people to take profits, and to keep profits on the side, that sort of thing. So check him out. There's his little Twitter handle. And Crypto El Presidente was also talking about taking profits during this. 99% of crypto Twitter is not going to tell you to keep profits on the side. They're just going to tell you that things are going to keep pumping and that there's never a dip. So, listen to the people that are going to save you money. There is one other person I want to talk about. That's Drake on Digital. One of my members alerted me to him. He gave a meme coin on the Solana ecosystem called, what was it? Trying to think of the name of it now. Oh, it was, what's the name of that? Give me a second. It's here in my Twitter, on my Discord channel. Here it is. Okay. So on Gecko Terminal, you can find Stan Sol. It's just Stan, STAN, and you can buy it there. I was just looking at the fact, he actually makes a mention of it, that it's not intended to be based on the Stanley Cup, the hockey tournament that comes up next month. But I was thinking, if you could get it cheaply here around 2 to 3 cents, which it's pretty close to there. I was telling our members if it came down near 2 cents, it might be a good buy. And I know a couple of them bought it. Nice little falling wedge pattern. We love, this is one of the patterns we love. And I'll show you some of the other patterns here. We post educational things as well. We have short-term plays, long-term plays, everything. Let me find this for you because it could be of help to you. Yeah, so triangle breakouts above, falling wedge that breaks out above, consolidation that breaks out above. Those are all three very profitable, profitable setups, patterns. So keep an eye on those as you chart, if you're somebody that does the charting. So here's that falling wedge. It could take off from here, but it could go sideways and then take off, and it could even come down one more time. But it's a pretty good discount here regardless. So this is what I'm very interested in. It's called Stanley Cup, and that's why I thought it had to do with hockey, but it's actually to do with the Stanley Cup that you buy to drink water out of or whatever. So let's, I think that's all I want to talk about that. So let's talk about Bitcoin. We're bullish above 68K. We are bearish below 62K. I mean, we're currently bearish for sure, short term. You can even see here on the dashboard. This is an all-in-one trading view indicator package that's going to be available in about 3 weeks. A friend of mine that I've supported for a couple of years, he is an engineer, and he has developed this, and it has AI capability, and it's very helpful. So here's an AI social intelligence score. It's currently a red 5. That's the highest it can be as far as, people just aren't talking about Bitcoin much right now. And you can tell on crypto Twitter, there's just not much activity compared to when Bitcoin's bullish. So when this turns to a green 5, then that means a lot of people are talking about it. And it changes based on the time frame that you're looking at. it checks the Twitter and it checks Reddit to see every 3 hours to see if there's more activity. But currently, Bitcoin is bearish, multi-time frame, total market cap's bearish, DXY is bullish, and of course we know DXY is inversely correlated with Bitcoin, so it's always going to do the opposite thing usually. Yeah, so we were looking at this bearish dip, and that's why things rolled over. And sometimes it just keeps going, but yeah, we saved a lot of money here in our altcoins. Keeping some money on the side, staying out of too many plays. We were able to save some money, and now we can take advantage of it. Could get a bounce here at 62K. 62K, we've already gotten a little bit of one, but you want to keep it somewhere in this range here. It's not a single line, it's more like a zone. If we were to lose that one, then it would come down to about 50 to 52K, and then down to about 42K if it dropped that far. I don't know that it would. Nobody really knows what price action is going to do. Main thing is we want Bitcoin to retain its gains. That way alts will continue to move up with it, because that's basically all that's happening. Bitcoin does its move, and then the higher caps move up, the mid caps move up, and then finally the lower caps and the memes move up to catch up with it. And then total 3, pretty much the same. It's gone to red money flow, so it's bearish currently as well. Social intelligence score of 5, and it's in the red on the 3-hour. I think that's all I wanted to talk about there. Yeah, okay, so let's jump into how to find profitable wallets for yourself. It's very easy, but this took me a lot of time to learn myself. I had to watch a lot of videos from Nansen, so you're taking advantage of a lot of my hours spent, which continues to happen in our Discord. I feel that I outwork a lot of people. Not an ego thing. I'm just, I really stay busy, and even though I have a full-time job, I still do this as often as I can. It's kind of like my hobby. And we have 2 other people that are TA research analysts in our group as well, so they help out. So what you can do is, there's a couple different ways actually, so I may end up making this a series, but I'll show you the way that I first started doing it so you can kind of understand my process. What you would normally do is you would find a token that went up a lot recently, and then you would look at the wallets based on the date before it took off. You would look at those wallets and see who bought early. That's what it's all about, is buying early. I don't necessarily care if they sold on time, because I can figure that out myself as far as my profit taking areas. And what we can do is look at, Tau had a pretty good move. Let me see if I can find another one that's more recent. Well, there's OLAS. Maybe we'll open up OLAS instead. That's a more recent move as far as a pump. Alt was a good one, although it had an airdrop, so we could throw maybe a meme coin in there as well. The Trump meme coin did real well for a while there. What else? What else? What else? Jasmy did pretty well. I guess we could throw in Jasmy. We'll just look at those 4. I mean, I don't want to put too many on here. Okay, so let's do that. We'll start out with OLAS. And what we're looking for is, I'm just looking at the chart down here at the bottom, and I want to find the date where it really started getting some volume, which is kind of right in here. So I want to find the people that were smart enough to find that pump, before the big pump happened. So let's look at 7th of November to 15th of November, and I'll go right back up here, and I'll put in the filter, custom time frame. And you can, pause this if I'm going too fast, or slow it down. 17th of November, what did I say? Probably like the 25th or something, 24th. Okay, so now I've got my date range in there. I'll make sure that's right first. Oh, it was the 15th. Okay, 7th to the 15th. I'll just do 10th to the 15th. And I also want to filter out, it has to be a buy. I'm only looking for buys. And I also want to filter out, what is it? What is it? What is it? Price, amount, price, amount. Okay. So it has to be at least $5,000 worth. And I could even, if I want to find really high conviction people that have a lot of money in their wallet, let's just do 10,000. That'll really narrow it down. And I'm looking for nerd emoji glasses like this, which is the one that I already had. I want to try to find one that I don't have, but I'll go ahead and open that one up just so you can see it. And any of these wallets are probably okay to look at. It's just that Nansen filters out the top 1% profitable wallets. And that's why they have the little nerd emoji thing. Here's another one. Okay, so I've got a couple of good ones here. Of course, they're ones I've already saved, but that's fine. Just pretend that there's no tag on them, that I haven't changed the name. And so what you would do here, yeah, there's OLAS right there. So you can right click this and open wallet profiler for token. And let's see. I mean, I don't really like these so much because it's a bot that's trading. It's too many in and out plays. So let's, and I actually labeled it as a bot. So let's forget this one and look at the next one. Okay, so I can't find it on the list. Here's another way. If they've already sold the token, this is the way that you can still find what their, what would you call it, their historical buy and sell was on it. So I'm going to copy their contract up here. And I'm going to go to wallet profiler for token. I'm going to paste their contract in. And then I'm going to type in OLAS as the token when the next window pops up. And now we can see that they accumulated heavily as things were boring. And they accumulated more and more as it got ready to go. And then they sold almost at the exact top. They did a really good job. I don't know what their profitability was, maybe 100%. That seems weird. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is where they first started taking profits, I believe. So they made about a 5x, I think is correct. Let's see. They bought all the way from $1 to $2, and then they sold at $6. Yeah, that's about right. Some of it they would have made a 5x on. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so that's one way. And then if you want to save the wallet, then you can either add it to your watch list here, or if you click into the wallet itself, you can manage labels. You can name it whatever you want. You can add your own label to it if there's something special you want to put on there. And then you can click this to add the wallet to the watch list and then hit save. And so now it's on your watch list. So that's one way to find them. Let's see if we can do a different way using this next token. Trying to remember. Well, you know what? I don't want to look at this one because it's a high. It's already 4 billion. I'm not really interested in looking at that one. Okay, here's one that's a lower market cap, 218 million. So this is the one, Trump meme token. And what we will do this time is we're going to use something called smart segments instead. And I'm going to make a new segment. I'm going to add a condition, holds token. And actually, I meant to look at something before I did that. Let me go back real quick because I need to know what the dates are that I want to look at. Yeah, I mean, look at that pump. Wow, that's massive. So it went from basically nothing all the way up to 22 million market cap. So I want to look at, I think I want to, I mean, there's two ways you could look at it. So here's the first little pump, and then it went sideways for longer. And then it had a nice market structure, higher high, higher low here. So I think I want to find the people that once they saw volume, they got in on that next dip because they didn't want to miss out. So we'll look at maybe the 2nd of February to the 5th of February. So let's do that. Let's go back to smart segments, new segment, and they hold the token Trump, which I hope I get the right one. Minimum amount is going to be 5,000. They had to purchase at least 5,000. My start date is sure I have the right token. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. And I said I want to find 2nd of February to 5th of February. Okay, I'm going to hit save and I'm going to hit generate. And now it's looking for us. Here's one that might be one, but I think that could be a MEVBot liquidity account. So let's try to find, I'm just looking for like this one right here. We'll look at that one. I've already saved that one. Here's one that has a nerd emoji. We'll try to find one more. Well, that's a fun there. I'm looking for an individual wallet. Here we go. All right. So this angel investor has about 2.5 million. And may have to look this up through the wallet profiler again because they're not showing. So I'm gonna, since the coin's not showing down here in their holdings because they already sold it, I'm gonna copy this, go to wallet profiler for token, paste in their wallet, and then type in Trump. Okay, so they bought very early. They sold on that first pump and they sold again on the next pump. So this is a very good trade for them. They made about a 38x, is that right? Yeah, they may have made a 38x. Well, maybe not. Or do they hold some? Oh, that's what it is. They're still holding some. So yeah, if they sold now, they would make like a 38x on it. Yeah, so that's a good wallet. You could save that one. Here's another one. They're still holding it. They've got 114,000 worth. I'm going to right click the token in their wallet and click wallet profiler for token. And yeah, they did really well. They bought very early and they sold almost the exact top. And you can look down here to see what their profitability was. Yeah, the initial profit taking, they made about a 2 to 2.5x, I think. Is that right? 922. No, they'd make a lot more than that. Maybe they never sold. Well, they sold some of it. I don't know. It's not showing right here for some reason. This would be the correct figure on some of it. But yeah, this is a good wallet here, at least for this trade. And then here's another one. They're still holding. They've got almost 1 million worth. Wow. Yeah, they accumulated all along the bottom there, and they've only sold a very small portion, so they're holding a lot still. They've done really well with this one. So yeah, this is another wallet to probably look at. And then Jasmy, I mean, you kind of get the idea, but one other way you can do it is go to Smart Money on Jasmy and then sort by balance and find the people that have the most. You wouldn't want to worry about this one because it's a fund. I mean, DWF Labs is good, but it's a fund. You're looking for individual wallets. I don't know. This one's like a liquidity pool maybe or something. Anytime it has this little robot head on it. Well, it could be a bot account maybe actually. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, so it's probably a bot account. This is another good window here on Smart Money if you're looking at the specific token where you can go and look through each one of these wallets and see if you can find a good wallet that way as well. Of course, there's not much conviction below this one currently on Jasmy, so a lot of people have already sold, it seems like. Maybe that's not a good one to look at. Let's take one of the coins that maybe one of these guys has. This is another thing. You can look through their list and see if there's anything interesting. Let me just find you a new one here, and I'll show you a different method. And I can go into more detail if this isn't enough detail for those of you that were interested in it. I mean, one thing we could do is go to, like, I've got a dashboard here that we can find some good tokens sometimes. This is a real-time list of what Smart Money is buying currently. I thought I'd go through it, find something that's current. BOTTO, that may be one. Yeah, somebody who just bought BOTTO here. So what we would do is go to BOTTO, hit Smart Money. I mean, there's so much here in Nansen. It's so useful. Once you get used to using it, maybe you don't have time to do it. I mean, it's what I do though. If somebody wants to take advantage of the time and effort I put into it, and a lot of our members put time and effort into it as well. They help each other. So it's kind of fun. We're building a new community there. Yeah, so here's a bot account here that bought 25,000 today, within the last 24 hours. So you can tell what they're buying, what they're selling. Then sometimes it'll help you to know when to buy and when to get out. So let's just look at one of these. This is one that I had already sold, I had already set up. But let's just pretend that this one here that I already have labeled, maybe I didn't have it on my watch list yet. So we can look at when they bought it, and they purchased BOTTO way back here, and now they're way up. What did they buy it at? 29 cents, 30 cents, and now it's up to 90 cents. So they've done a 3x so far. They just haven't taken any profits yet. And then you can go into their wallet too and look at different ones. I mean, usually what I would do is if I found a new wallet, I would open up a bunch of different windows. So I would just start going down here, and I'm holding down CTRL and clicking wallet profiler for token as I go down it. So I'm going to open up like 5 of these. And I just want to see if they're consistently early. So not a great buy here. They bought a top, but they're about breaking even now. Great job buying the bottom here. And they even did a good job of selling the top there. Great job of buying them. I mean, that was the extreme bottom there. They've done very well on OLAS. Yep, another good buy. And another good buy. So, I mean, clearly this is a very good wallet. You could use other websites to copy the wallet address and see how profitable they've been over a longer period of time. But for me, Nansen's enough. Yeah, so I think I've given a pretty good preview of how to find these things. I'll get into more depth as we go along, maybe do a series on this. But for now, I think it's enough. I don't want to overload you with too much information. Let me give you a token that I came across today that it looks like Smart Money is buying, just to give you something. Let me pull it up here. I want to give you something that you can, a play that you can have for free. And I'll give you a couple more here that I'm looking at here in a second. So this one seems like, Smart Money is accumulating. There's a lot of funds in it, which isn't always a good thing. Sometimes they can dump on you. But in this case, there's not a ton of them. And one of the wallets that I follow is in it, and they bought within the last 30 days. And they're very high conviction on it as well. They've got $74,000 worth. And then if you look at the chart, it's just now making its first little move. I mean, it made one back here too, but mostly it's been sideways, so that's good. Yeah, so this could be a good area to be accumulating this one. I'd rather find newer tokens, but it still could do well. I haven't charted it just yet. And then let me show you a couple other ones. I like ORBK currently, ORBK. I thought that it was doing a bull div and it was going to take off from there, but it kept falling. So I'm probably down about 20 to 30% on this one, but I'm just going to hold it because it's a newer token. It's BRC20 narrative, and I think that will come back, Mubi and all those staking tokens. So I feel like this one will take off at some point, but maybe I was just a little bit early in buying it. And honestly, I should have done a better job of waiting until it broke above the downtrend line like that. I was buying a support area, or what I thought was the final support area. TBANK is another good one. It's sitting right on support. I do these charts for our members where they have, take profit levels if they want to take profit. We had already done about a 3x before. Yeah, it's pretty close to a 3x, 2.5x. And social score, it's in the red. It's a 5. Nobody's really talking about it because nobody's wanting to talk about crypto at all when Bitcoin's down. That's just the way it goes. And then don't forget about Stan. It's already going up a little bit. Falling wedge pattern. Eventually it's going to just go sideways and then break out, or maybe break out right away. But this one looks good too. So there's just some plays for free. Hopefully they'll work out for you. If you want more plays, join our Discord. I'll put that in the description below. I'll also put the Nansen discount codes in the description below. Okay, I'll have a good day, and maybe we'll do another one this week.